Welcome back to Wax Pro Uncut. This is season 3,
Three.
episode 4. And today we are talking about controversial waxing topics. I am your co host, Erica.
And I'm Rachel.
So let's just kick this off. We love some good controversy. It makes a good topic. And apparently, y'all love that too on social media. So we're just going to go hard with the first one. Should gloves be mandatory?
Yes, I believe gloves should be mandatory. Whether you're waxing the face or the body, I believe that they are crucial, in fact.
Yeah.
We had so much pushback. I did an Instagram video or whatever, TikTok reel. It got posted on both socials. And it was, why is everybody on my For You page not wearing gloves? Like, am I missing something? I don't understand why we're not wearing gloves. And we got so much heat. I pulled it up on my phone a second ago, 697 comments of girls fighting in the comments about whether they should or shouldn't. The overwhelming majority was in agreement with us and agreed that gloves should be mandatory, but the girls that didn't were obviously the girls that don't wear gloves. And I know that this is a topic that is controversial because it varies by state. And so it's by state board regulation whether you need to wear gloves. Some states do not regulate that you should wear gloves during facial services. I don't agree with that. I think that the industry has come a really long way. We know so much more now than we did 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when some of these laws and mandates were put in place. I mean, when you are waxing skin, you're opening the hair follicle, and there's room for dirt, sweat, bacteria to get into your follicle or anything else to get onto your hand. I mean,
we're talking way around.
Yes. I mean, it's when we went to the IECSC, one of the educators we saw, she made some joke of, if you guys aren't wearing gloves, like, have you seen what monkeypox looks like? You need to be protecting yourself from your client and the other way around. We don't know what is in people's bloodborne pathogens. Like, there's pinpoint bleeding, whether you're waxing someone's lip, chin, like, it can happen on any body part. So this argument that, gloves are dirty because they are not as sanitary as washing your hands, we just don't agree with that.
Well, I think for me, it's a barrier more than, yes, like gloves typically will be safer than your hand, especially like me. I have acrylic nails. There is bacteria trapped under my nails. I could never make it as a nurse because I will not let these motherfuckers go. I love my acrylics, but I don't want to put my acrylics on your open skin. Additionally, like, people will argue and be like, oh, well, on facials, you don't need gloves. Yeah, on facials, I am not removing 2 layers of your skin and exposing myself to your blood. That's the difference. So I think if you can even take one preventative measure to protect yourself and your client, why wouldn't you? It just doesn't make sense. I feel like the Justin Bieber meme, it's like, it's not clocking. Like, it's super easy. So gloves, mandatory, yes. I think we both agree, and we just want to bring the controversy right back to you.
Well, so I wanted to read some of the comments that we got because
Crazy.
It's crazy. Like I said, a lot of people were in agreement. One of the top comments that we pinned was, at everybody in the comments saying that they sanitize their hands. That's not the point. Washing your hands does not help if you're exposed to bloodborne pathogens, which is why we should be wearing gloves for any wax service. Even my state requires gloves, thankfully. And then some of these comments are disappointing. Just wear the gloves. Is it that hard? But okay. We've heard from other people that some providers aren't wearing gloves even for Brazilians, which is crazy. Gloves every day. I'm shocked at how many of you in the comments have any sort of excuse as to why you're not wearing gloves. Wash your hands all you want, but the only thing that's going to protect you from bloodborne pathogens are gloves. There are no exceptions. I don't care if it's not required by your state board. It absolutely should be. Wearing gloves when doing any kind of hair removal should not be in question. And then one of them was, the biggest, and I mean biggest, brow innovators who paved the way for us don't wear gloves. You should see how restaurants make your food.
Again, there's no peeling of your skin prior to preparing food. Like, waxing, like, it literally creates a wound. That's what's happening.
There's micro tears in the skin when you're removing wax from.
Right. Bodily fluids do come out. Like, sure, when they prepare your food, you're still wearing gloves and you didn't just freshly open
No.
the skin on the hands.
So my response to that was totally, but respectfully, the beauty industry has come a long way, and so has our understanding of sanitation and bloodborne pathogens. Just because something was done a certain way in the past doesn't mean it makes for best practices today. Another person said, if you're not breaking the skin, which you shouldn't be, adding waste to the environment is a no-go. Gloves are for protecting the provider against BBP. Not like gloves come in a box of 100 or sanitary anyway when gloves go in and out of the box, or hands go in and out of the box. Unless they were individually wrapped and sterilized. Washed hands are cleaner than gloves coming from an open box. Once you see pinpoint bleeding from a sensitive client, sure, but it shouldn't be the norm for your everyday client for waxing. You're adding waste to the environment. I said, gloves aren't optional in my opinion when it comes to professional waxing. They're the basic part of standard precautions outlined in every bloodborne pathogen training. It's not just about visible blood. It's about protecting yourself and your client from any risk of contamination. Skin is porous, sweat, micro tears, and mucous membranes are present whether you see blood or not. Using gloves isn't wasteful. It's an industry standard. Not using them because your hands are clean is like skipping condoms because you just showered.
That's
Disposable.
actually really good, Rachel.
Thank you.
Good job.
Disposable gloves from a standard box are manufactured to be sanitary. They're medical grade, single use, and produced under strict guidelines to ensure they're safe for direct contact with the skin, including in healthcare and personal services. The idea that they're unsanitary unless they're individually wrapped and sterilized confuses them with the sterile surgical glove, which are a different category used in procedures involving open wounds or internal body cavities. We're talking surgery. For waxing and other non-invasive services, non-sterile gloves from a sealed box are the industry standard and are safe for bare hands, yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, whatever makes you, your clients, and your local state board happy is the right decision. We're all doing our part to follow best practices. And this seems to be one very touchy subject, which we can agree to disagree on.
I don't think we need to agree to disagree. We agree.
We can
That's
agree.
All right. So, next one. Another viral
This one
topic.
really went crazy. And it's the underage waxing.
Yeah. Is it ethical to wax teens without parental consent, or should there be stricter rules?
So what's interesting, and we've talked about this before on other podcasts, is people like to take one sound bite from a clip that they see on our social media and then they rip our heads off without watching the whole video. This being one of them and a prime example. Well, I think when people saw the tag or the title of underage waxing, they think we're promoting like waxing babies. And that's not what we're saying. We were literally outlining in the video, hey, look, if you are under the age of 18 and you would like body hair removed, you, your parent, and your service provider need to be on the same page with proper paperwork in place, with proper, what's the word I'm looking for? Documentation in place, consent for all parties involved. If a mom brings in a 15-year-old who doesn't want her bikini line waxed and the girl's crying, I'm not waxing her. Just because the mom says she's on swim team, it's embarrassing, I'm not waxing her. Just because a 15-year-old makes an appointment and texts me and says, my mom doesn't care, I don't care. Your mom has to say it's fine. Multiple parties need to be involved. There's so much exploitation of underage, mostly girls, that's happening every day, and I don't wish to be any part of it. Mm-hmm. We need to protect everyone involved in removing body hair. And one of the things that I had said to somebody else that had clapped back of like, well, I've been getting waxed since I was 14. If I don't want body hair, that's none of your business. Like, I'm paying you to do a service, do your job. And I'm like, you're missing the greater picture.
Right.
I need to protect anyone that comes into my wax suite as a service provider. You are removing clothing in front of a stranger.
Right.
You need consent from an adult. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think what's happening is they're like, I have the right to remove my hair. We're not
100%.
arguing that. What we're saying is we're over the age of 18. You're under the age of 18. You could say, Miss Rachel touched me. Fuck no. You're not going to say that because guess what? You literally said that you want to get waxed. Your mom said, I agree with it. You guys signed off. You know what the service entails. There's not going to be any funny business in my wax suite.
No gray area.
It's not about, oh, you don't get the right to decide that. No.
Actually, I do.
I'm protecting my ass and your ass, frankly. And I've literally had mothers call the big wax chain before. One in particular, which I'll tell you who it was because it ended up being one of our friends' moms about the sibling. Anyway, she's like, how effing dare you wax my daughter? She is only 16. This is so perverted. I never would give permission for that. She was naked in front of you. That is so wrong. Like, we got our asses handed to us. I never want to be in that predicament. So honestly, it's about protecting the business, the client, and the parents. Like, that's interesting for sure.
I think a lot of the comments back though were, again, like people not watching the whole video. Most of them were like, I'm sorry, a 13-year-old does not need a Brazilian. I'm like, we also didn't say that. That's not what we were saying.
That's not what we said either.
People saying it's completely inappropriate for anyone under the age of 18 to have a bikini wax. I'm like, we're not even just talking about bikini wax. Even if you want your lip waxed and you're 7, your mom needs to say that it's okay.
Totally.
Like, it's not just the bikini, but people saw underage, and we talk about bikini or Brazilian waxing in other videos, and I think they just married the two and then had an opinion. So moving forward, you are fully able to have an opinion about anything we post. We are able to have our own opinions, obviously, of what we post, but watch the whole thing, consume the entire piece of content before ripping our heads off in the comment section. I'm like, wait. Half of you're agreeing with us. You just didn't watch the whole entire video.
Yeah. We're like, no, literally, we said
I'm
that.
like, hi, babe. That's exactly what I'm saying. Watch the whole fucking video. Thanks. Like, good God.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
But it's honestly like what happens in media in general. Like, people do it all the time with like political shit. They'll take like a soundbite of someone and they're like, this person's a fucking monster. And it's like, actually, they were quoting something and they just took that part out and they're fixated on it. So don't be tricked by media hacks. Like, it's not that serious. Like, and also use your ears a little bit. Okay. Another controversial topic is like hair being too long. Oh, I'm going to trim it on my own at home. What's your take on that?
I think we just did a video on this. Again, it's like our new thing we're going to take a shot for. We just did a video on this. Should you trim your pubes before you come in?
Essentially.
No, you should leave it up to the service provider. Because 9 times out of 10, you trim your hair too short and then we can't wax you. And so then we turn you away. I get people trying to help us out, like do some of the legwork at home, or they're embarrassed for the state that which their hair has gotten to. I understand all of that.
Yeah,
however,
you come in with that 70s bush, baby. I got you.
No, we'll handle that. It's easier for me if I can be the one to trim it. If you trim ahead of time, then you almost always trim it too short. So
right. So
don't do that.
That one's pretty simple. It's no controversy. Just don't do it.
No, but I have heard the other way of girls like, that's a different service. That shouldn't be my job. That's part of the pre-wax prep.
It takes this long. Ready? Really? Come on. You can't fucking figure out how to incorporate it into your service.
I 100% agree.
That long.
Done.
Okay. Next one. Should male versus female Brazilians be priced differently?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
You thought I was going to say no.
Yeah, I did.
No, and you know what? When we were at the IECSC and we watched that live Brazilian demo, you asked that question to the instructor, to the educator, and she said no. And she made it a joke of like that was not discrimination,
Yeah,
but like
she did. She said it.
She said discrimination?
Yeah.
Basically, like, I'm not going to make my male clients pay more for doing a service that I do on women. But going back to a previous conversation that we've had, the anatomy is different. The time frame of the appointment is different.
Way
The
longer.
wax takes a much, much longer of your time. So, yes, they are different services on different anatomy. They can be priced as such.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and as someone who offers the service, you agree, right? What is your female Brazilian cost?
60 for a female.
And male?
110, but I include their butt cheeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
As we're like, don't sexualize the service.
Don't do that, but meow. No, but I mean,
that's
they're
more
bigger. Like a top of vagina that big versus a male area that big.
pubic mound.
Pubic mound.
With
Thank
shaft
you.
and bells.
Thank you. And then, yeah, depending on who you are, maybe the shaft, you need more wax than others.
Triple the time for that thing. No, but also you know, the way that we can speed wax a woman is much different than a man. Having now done a manzillion
God,
myself,
so proud of you.
I'm so experienced now. But you have to like pull and hold and wait for the strip to dry. You're not laying all these strips at the same time. So your
Nope.
time is double, if not
Yeah,
triple.
yeah,
So
for sure.
you're also being paid for your time for
My
the
first
service.
time male Brazilians are an hour.
Wow.
I
Lot of chit chat.
I don't know what they're gonna come in with
Yeah.
is the thing. And most of them are like full grown. So a lot of trimming, a lot of waiting, yeah, you can't lay multiple strips. Like when you're doing the scrotum, you're spreading, laying, letting
Waiting.
it dry, removing. Like it takes a while. Because even like I've tried where it's like I spread, lay, and then let it relax, then it gets all messed up and then the anatomy gets stuck on it and it's a mess. So it takes so long. So my time is
Patience.
money, you know what I mean? For sure. And I'm not like trying to gouge them at all.
No.
I start there. And like I said in one of
previous.
our episodes, that, okay, if they're not that hairy, now it's maintenance or they're smaller or whatever, then go lower. Like, you know what? We'll do 90 because, like, honestly, we didn't need to do your butt. Or, 80. Now that you've been coming to me 6 months in a row, every 4 weeks, this is super fast. It's 25 minutes. I'll go down to 80. But
Yeah.
you got to start higher. If you start low and then all of a sudden have an add-on, again, it feels like you're ripping them off.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Well, and I think it's also important to mention none of it matters. Who cares? If you want to charge the exact same, that's on you. You're losing time or you're losing money in your time. Or if I want to charge double for women and not for men, like if as a solo service provider, get to call the shots.
Yes.
And it's just the court of public opinion. Who the fuck cares what you charge? It doesn't matter.
Or what services you offer.
No, it doesn't matter. We can sit here and say, hey, you're leaving money on the table if you're not after offering men's waxing. It doesn't matter. Our opinion does not matter. We are just sharing our thoughts and feelings. But truly, as a solo service provider, you get to do whatever you want to do and you stand by that. So
that's right. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Nothing even matters.
Nothing matters.
Great. I'm so glad that nothing matters. Next one. Are wax waivers really protecting us? Or are they just busy work?
That's a great question for you because I fill them out mindlessly. I've never had to use them as a second line of defense or first line of defense. But you on the back end of the business before and working for a corporate wax chain, did they ever protect us in a way that if we hadn't had them, we would have been screwed?
100%.
So what happens? Client comes in, claims they got burned.
I mean, any piece of document that you have them sign, any documentation at all, you can use if they're trying to fight something. For example, if they say, I never agreed to this membership being billed every month. Like, lady, I literally have your signature on the membership agreement that it's going to be a recurring charge. Like, what are you talking about? You can't dispute that. I'm going to send it to your bank. They're still going to charge you for it. They can say, oh my God, you lifted me here. While it is stated in your liability waiver that there could be side effects, including lifting, burning, peeling, all the things. So you can't sue us for that. You knew the risk when you signed that paperwork. So read your paperwork. As a client, read it. Don't just sign it. Know what your rights are. And then as a service provider, do not go without it. Like, it doesn't matter until you're being fucking sued.
So what happens? Let's say I get burned.
Yeah.
I claim that you burned me horribly. I would have gone to my doctor and the doctor says, oh, that looks like you got burned. And so what? I hire a lawyer to file a small claim against you? Where does it go?
Okay, well, it just depends on the severity. Like, if it was negligence, like I took hot lava wax from the fucking pot, it's literally dripping liquid, which, mind you, I've burned myself one time
Stirring my wax pot.
moving a wax pot, and I set it down. It like bounced up, and it was super liquid because I was going to put a new bag of wax in there to melt it. Actually, that scar right there. Yes.
Do you see this?
Do you see this? It fucking burned me. Now, that was negligence, right? Like, if I use that wax on you, are you fucking high? Like, you cannot put that wax on someone. So you should be sued, honestly, if you're doing that.
But then what happens, right? You go get a lawyer, and then I would take you to small claims court.
Yeah, small
for
claims,
bodily harm and injury.
That, and then what it costs to see the doctor, and to I don't know if you're going to get like a skin graft or something, or what ointments and treatments and stuff,
So
and
damages.
you would be liable for it. However,
Then what happens
if
with your business insurance?
well, you have to activate a claim with your business insurance. Your business insurance is going to go up. They're going to cover it.
They would pay it.
They would pay it, and that's why you need insurance. But the liability waiver would be more like I lifted. Like I posted a story. I lifted my freaking self because I was using a new AHA BHA toner in the corner of my lip right here, just like ever so slightly. That I'm obviously not going to go to a doctor and get treatment for and sue someone, but I would bring it to your attention, and you could simply say like, look, I'm so sorry that happened. Like on your liability waiver, I do state like there's so many reactions that could happen with waxing. I hate that that happened to you. Here's how you treat the skin, and it's over. But it's like even just saying it, like, in your liability waiver, I do state that XYZ can be the side effects. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's so rare. Here's how to treat it. Like that exact sentence right there is going to save your ass. They're going to be like, oh, fuck, I did sign something. Okay, I'll do the Neosporin. It's over. And you keep them as a client.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you didn't have that form in place, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. I'd be like, that's not good enough for me. Like, what do you mean? You're so sorry. But if you sign something in advance, you set the expectation that, yeah, shit happens. Just like if you go to get your hair done and I have jet black hair and I really want bleach blonde hair,
Never do that.
I would never do that. But the hairstylist would set the expectation like that is not going to happen. Like I cannot do that for you. And I have seen hairstylists have liability waivers say that like if their hair fucking singes off because they're going against the recommendation of the hairstylist, like, okay, you really want this, you need to sign off that your hair is probably going to fry off and I'm not going to be held liable. That's what liability waivers are for. Is like, okay, it's my last attempt to let you know what could happen if we proceed.
So they're not busy work. Absolutely have them.
That's right.
Write that down.
Wow.
That's our new tagline.
Lessons. Yeah, write that shit down.
Write that down.
Okay.
Okay, but now let's talk about products. So do you upsell products because it's needed or because it's a profit-driven sales tactic?
For me, services and product, it's literally about the need. Money comes. If you're doing the right shit, money's going to come.
You don't need to sell someone a product to up your service ticket. Or
Not a product, not a
dollar.
service. I mean, I genuinely believe, like, for example, every guy should have their butt waxed, their butt crack. Every single man, gay or straight, that has done the service afterward is like life-changing. Oh my God, my poop's way cleaner. I just
We
feel
love a clean poop.
so much cleaner. Like I feel sexier, like all the things, right? They deserve to feel sexy too. I have gotten almost all my male clients to wax their butts. Almost all. Because I believe in the service. That's not for me to make more money. I'm like, you don't understand. Your life's about to change. I believe in that. Products, same thing. It's like,
You're not selling bullshit fluff.
No. And the thing is, we had this question at our in-person training. They're like, oh, like what retail do you recommend? I recommend, like, I'm a hippie, like minimal ingredients, natural stuff, like love aloe vera for aftercare, soothes, keeps everything nice and cool. Big believer in colloidal silver as a microbacterial ointment to like treat the open pores. Less is more. I'm not trying to make money off of that. I'm genuinely trying to take care of your skin so that you're comfortable and that you love the result and you want to keep coming back. So to me, it's just complementing what I do. So I don't feel this way, but I have certainly seen other SDs try to sell product. Like you could tell when they're trying to meet a quota, and that's the whole
More franchise
model conflicts that we had. It's like, oh.
Yeah, we talked about that of like it was products we couldn't stand behind, but now as a solo esthetician, if you have products that you love and work and a client needs it, no, I don't think it's a money grab. You're setting your client up for success in the future by offering products that are going to benefit them and their skin and their results ultimately.
What about you?
You already know the answer to this. I think that there's plenty of retail that benefits clients and know that it is not money driven. I am just not a salesperson. And so if someone, this is terrible, and goes against everything we say in Wax Pro and right in our curriculum, you should for sure retail in suite, because if you're not, they go buy it somewhere else. And that's what I let my clients do. They go, what do you recommend for aftercare? And I say, I'll send you a link. And I send them a link to the few things that I recommend. But I should have it on hand because that's money I'm missing out on. And I mean, I think it validates you further as a service provider of like credibility of having.
Well, it's a convenience too, because if like they have to go home and order it from a link, which I do the same. I used to have retail on hand, but frankly, I found that people are going to buy it or not, like through a link or in person, and it's going to go straight to their house. They could see the reviews. It's not just me saying you need this, although they do trust me. Like they do, but every time I've sent a link, literally even my friends, like, oh, what's your skincare? Here it is. Buy it or not. I don't give a fuck. You know, they all do because they can see that, like, again, the reviews and my word, for sure. But I've never been a salesperson for the money. It just is the product of me recommending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So do you think that men belong in the wax suite in terms of service providers, or do you think it's a women's industry?
I think men would be better.
If you went to go book a Brazilian and it was a man, you would go to a man to get a Brazilian done.
I go to men for my massages. I go to men for my nails.
Yeah, but I'm saying
my hair. I prefer men.
You prefer men. Hence why you wax all men, mostly men.
Yeah, I do. Think about it. Men are technically more skilled than women naturally. Sorry. Come for me. Come for me.
Come for me.
I mean,
I just made a meme that was like, Rachel has been marked safe from being harassed on TikTok. You know, it was like when you can mark safe on Facebook.
Yeah.
You just ruined that. They're going to come for us now.
Yeah. I don't care. They literally, if you had 10 random men and 10 random women and you got to test them like sports, with tools, with anything that's technical, 10 for 10, more men are going to be
sculpting a woman's eyebrow.
Naturally more talented. They haven't even tried that shit. I think they would take our fucking jobs if they learn how.
Oh my God.
They understand angles, Rachel. They use fucking, what are those?
The girlies are not going to like this.
What is it called? The fucking
the
measurement tools and shit. I have seen guys literally mount things perfectly even that I can't do. If we taught them, we'd be fucked, bro. We would. I'm not teaching them. I'm not gonna, but they would be better.
Okay. Well, I personally wouldn't go to a man to get a Brazilian.
That's you.
Because I want a woman to do a woman's service, and waxing my fucking pussy hair is one of them. I think that there is a time and a place for men, and it's a lot of the time. And now.
Wow, now the men are going to come for you. You know what? I want all the gay boys in the industry to come for Rachel.
No. I'm sorry. Let me back up. I would go to a gay man to wax my bikini.
All of a sudden.
I wouldn't go to a straight man to do my bikini.
You didn't identify.
No. I would go to a gay man for sure. I would marry a gay man. That's how much I love them.
I'm married to a gay man, so.
But I think, for example, when I had my babies, my children, I didn't want a male doctor. You don't have a vagina. I don't want to go to a service for you. You can learn it. You could be great at it. I wanted a female provider, and that's me. I trusted a woman. I wanted a woman who's gone through childbirth and understands. I don't want this man who thinks he knows or must know a lot. He could be a great doctor. They are. But I wanted a woman to do a woman's service, and waxing my vagina is a woman's service. I stand by that.
I think 90% of women are going to agree with you.
I do too.
I'm just an outlier, baby.
That's okay. And that's why, you know what? And it goes back to, there is room for everyone at the table. Do men belong in the wax suite? Sure, because there's a clientele for you. If you want to do men's waxing or women's waxing, you're just going to have to build your book and find your community. Find your tribe. And they will come. You'll build it. I think there's room for anyone in the wax suite that wants to be in it. Me personally, I just wouldn't go to a straight man for my Brazilian.
I don't discriminate, baby. Damn.
Okay, so last we're just going to end with a few rapid fire questions.
I I didn't even read the
Don't
questions.
look at them. Well, I already know my answers because I wrote them, but
That's bullshit. That's not rapid fire. That's Erica's rapid fire.
they're gonna be like quick answers, quick sound bites.
Okay.
So
all right, here we go.
What's the worst thing a client has said before the rip?
Worst thing. What's yours? I need to think about it. This is not rapid.
When they're like, fuck me.
Yeah.
You're like, no thanks.
Yeah. It's not even what they say. It's like when they
When they do the sounds that are like, whoa.
no, they like inhale and like hold their breath, and I'm like, no, do not
Let
hold
it
your
out,
breath,
baby.
Yeah, they're like that. I hate that because they're making the pain worse. I'm like, no, don't do that. Relax.
Please,
and
relax.
I go, hey, relax, breathe,
Unclench your butthole.
breathe, and I get in before they even notice. It's pretty good.
What's more scary, a first-time hairy back or a picky eyebrow client?
Picky eyebrow.
10 out of 10 times.
This bitch will sit
I
there
will
with the
die on
mirror.
this hill.
What about that?
I'm
You're
like, what about what?
Yeah.
I don't have enough time for this. Can you give me the mirror back? Yeah, no, I hate
Time's up.
Time's up. How about no?
How about no?
All right. If waxing had a mascot, who would it be?
A person or like an actual
caricature.
caricature?
I picked a beaver.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was gonna say like a werewolf, but
Yeah, or like who's the guy in the forest? Bigfoot? Yeah, like
Bigfoot?
Sasquatch.
Oh, Sasquatch.
Who's the guy?
Yeah, the guy.
Is it a guy?
It's a thing.
It could be a woman.
It probably is. Hairy bitch.
Sasquatchana. Okay. Have you ever thrown a wax strip across the room?
Yes, for sure.
Easily. I ripped this hairy vagina strip and chucked it right at my client's face on accident.
No,
literally
you didn't.
hit her dead in the face.
How long ago was this?
5 years.
Oh my God.
She tipped me handsomely, and I still see her to this day.
She's like, that was hot. She's got a fetish.
More.
Yeah.
What is your waxer superpower?
Oh my God. I've said it before. Male eyebrows.
That's your superpower?
Yes. I'm so good at male eyebrows. So good. It's
Mine is
stupid.
being able to hold my pee for 700 hours if needed, if I'm busy. Like, it's unreal. On a normal day, I have to, like, a whisper of a thought of needing to go pee.
Wow.
I'm done. If I'm working, something happens inside of me that I'm not really sure how. It should be medically studied, I think.
Wow, you're a phenomenon.
I know. And I don't get a UTI either.
Wow.
Meow.
Way to let everyone know about
Superpower. I know that people will agree with me. Or like I've seen the way that you eat. It's like an hour and you're like, who needs a snack? Like you or your blood sugar. You're like a very regimented eater. But when you're working or busy, think back to when we would work and not eat for 12 hours straight.
No, I was just drinking caffeine and smoking nicotine, baby. That's why.
The ultimate hack.
Yeah. That's
different.
next level. If you want to really be a wax pro, that's the next level. But
You need 3 addictions minimum.
right. And after your 30s, you go down to 2.
Yeah. Yes, that's the best. So, all right. Well, that concludes episode 4, season 3, episode 4.
Wax Pro UNCUT. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.